weird to see the military Humvees. So I'm on the PCH right now. This is where the police department has their command post, right there where the Baywatch lifeguard station used to be. I must say, I am super nervous right now. So far, I just seen all this in other people's video. And now I'm here myself and I see the devastation. Wow. They're all sleeping in those tents here. This is the Getty Villa up here. I drove here hundreds and hundreds of times, and I always had a super good feeling, almost like being on vacation when you drive on the PCH. And today, I have the worst feeling I ever had in my life. It is so sad to see. I don't even know what to tell you. Most of the time when I went to Malibu, I stopped by this 7-Eleven, which is now closed. That's just the habit I used to have. And when you turn to your left, you see all this burned. There's nothing green there anymore. Just imagine if the flames would have come over and this whole gas station would explode. Nothing green anymore on this hill. Totally burned. Somebody placed the American flag on top of the hill. I'm not even in the worst area right now. I'm just trying to get acclimated, you know, because like I said, every time I go somewhere, I feel super nervous. And this is by far the worst I ever felt. It's really hard to believe. It kind of looks like a tour at the Universal Studios. But this is real. I believe they used this area to put all the scrap metal. Everything burned down, the electricity. Welcome to beautiful Malibu. Countless times I started my video right here when I went to Malibu. 21 miles of scenic beauty. And now you come here and it's really not beautiful anymore. Everything still smells like fire here. I think this is the only house that survived in this row here. Man, this is terrible. Every time you drove by here, you could never see the ocean because everything was full of houses here. And now there's nothing there anymore. Completely gone. Only the chimneys survived. Coastal property. Everybody would love to live that close to the ocean, and for some people it became a nightmare. People were sitting here on the patio looking out the ocean. Security cameras in use. This house survived, I believe, but you can't really live there. No electricity, no water. Everything is burnt around you. Somebody's baseball bat. The barbecue is over here. The entrance to the house was right here. Now it's going all down. This is insane to see something like this. It says right there, unsafe to go in, for sure. Beautiful door entrance. Everything burned to the ground. Looks like an old Porsche. It's pretty eerie with that quietness and the ocean sound. The only thing still standing is the metal staircase up to the top of the house. The metal structure is there. Everything else burned down. Not too long ago, I did a video at night when they had the fire in Malibu, but the fire never passed the PCH. But because of the winds are so high, the little ember flew all the way to the houses across the street. And never recovered. Look at this. Everything burnt. I also took my little bike so I can get around a little bit better. No words needed. Only the concrete and the metal survive. There's still a car here that I didn't pick up. The car is so burned, you can't even tell what kind of car that was. I believe this was somebody's living room chimney. The whole thing collapsed. It's gonna take years and years to rebuild. When I was in Germany, I watched so many videos about the fire, about the aftermath, and it's not the same. I always say that in my videos. When I go to a location and you see the devastation, how huge, how big, how it smells, the noise. It's just, you cannot imagine. You have to see it with your own eyes to see the destruction. And I'm doing this, but I still have like a guilty feeling inside. But I really, really wanted to see this because I live here. I drive here all the time. And you can't comprehend. You think, no, it's not gonna happen. And when you drive by and you see it, it's unbelievable. Somebody's beautiful pickup truck. Wow. I mean, even the cleanup is gonna take months and months to clean this mess up. Wow, 2 more cars. Another car in the ruins. Those are probably the owners of the house. Yeah, I just talked to him and he says he was the owner of the building. there's so many comments on videos like this where people say, oh, I don't feel sorry for those rich people. They have so much money, they're just gonna move somewhere else. Everybody who lived in this house is a human being. They collected stuff. You don't know what he did to get this house. Maybe he was saving his whole life and he finally paid it off and it's burned down. You don't know what's going on. Those are all people just like you and me. And this is devastating, no matter if you're rich or poor. Yeah, if you're rich, you might can go somewhere else, but it's still terrible. I thought they collected scrap metal here, but this used to be a car. What? Shift happens. I'm not sure if this is a real word, shift happens, that something shifts, or maybe somebody's making the joke that shit happens. So I'm not sure about that. All the aluminum melted. All along the coast. The view up there must have been spectacular. Looking at all those beautiful sunsets. I haven't seen the houses in Pacific Palisades yet, but I can imagine how terrible it is. Even the animals love to hang out here in Malibu. Even the equipment burned down. This house is really lucky it survived. Look, right next to it, totally burned down. Looks like this used to be a Mini. It's not only a little stretch. This is like miles long. Porsche. Staircase to nowhere. This once was a complete house. Now they only got the steel doors and the steel stairs left. Unbelievable. Everything around burned. This house survived. Pretty awesome. Somebody put some roses here. Feels like a grave. They're checking out the burnt coastline from their boat. Private property, or what's left of it. Even the fire hydrant right next to the house could not save the house. A washer and dryer. Just don't look real. A Porsche and a van. Not too long ago, somebody was taking a bath in here. At one time, those were the best seats in the house. It's absolutely horrific that everything burned down. For some reason, I like to look at something like this. I don't know why. Yeah, I probably should wear my mask, even though I'm thinking I'm here right on the beachfront and the winds are blowing this way. But there's a lot of toxic waste right underneath all this burnt ashes, and we just see the top, but there's so much stuff underneath. I don't even know where they're gonna put all that stuff. Vista Point. Let's go uphill. We'll see how it looks up there. I'm up in the hills. I never even drove here before. Didn't know they had beautiful houses up here like that. In Germany, we built houses out of stones and concrete so they can't burn down, but I don't think they can do it here because of the earthquakes. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm thinking. Little kids were swinging here. Look at this view he had. This house in the middle is safe, but everything around it got burnt. Cybertruck next to the burned house. Sometimes you have to look twice. That might be a Tesla or a Porsche in the ruins. it is hard to film something like this, but I also feel like it has to be documented. After a few years of looking back and say, this is what it used to look like. And look at this. Wow. It is so quiet up here. If you look at all the brush around your house, it is actually pretty scary to live here. People with hazmat suits cleaning the area. A house right by the cliff. I didn't even know that they had like those little houses right next to the PCH here. Motorcycle. They had all those palm trees in their backyard. Last time the fire came all the way till here, but it never crossed the PCH, but now it did. This is exactly where I was the last time. Hiroshima. This garage was somebody's gym. Workout bike. Three cars in front of the garage. They're putting up a new electrical pole.
3 pieces, right?
You met my friend before. He actually is a drone pilot, so he's gonna get some nice footage.
Are you filming me?
Yeah, of course. Just imagine the heat that everything was melted. Like I told you, you gotta see it to believe it. They have 4 cars completely burned out. I mean, look at this. Nothing left. There's a Cadillac parked right on the corner here. I'm not sure if this one was here when the fire happened, but it looks like it survived. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 2 more in the back. 5, 6. 6 cars and the house burned down. Two more cars down here. The second one also looks like a Porsche. Not only does he have drones, look at this equipment. This is what I need, but it's too heavy to carry around. you look to your right, German engineering survived. This was the bus that was on the news. In between all the flames, he survived. The paint came off a little bit. Santa Monica. Well, my friends, another beautiful day comes to an end in a really bad area like this. I know this is not the fun content you always wanted to see, but I also live here in Los Angeles, and this is part of what's going on here, and I wanted to show you, even looking back years from now, how it looked down here, and I thought that would be a good spot to end it with a fellow German right here. This blue VW van survived. The area here is pretty bad. Ruined with all the burned cars and everything. Anyway, I know it's not a nice video, but if you happen to like it, maybe you want to give it a thumbs up, push the notification bell, and subscribe to the German in Venice. And I think my friend, he's actually flying the drone right now.
Yep.
He wants to say tschüssing as well.
Yeah.
So
Tschüssi.
I'll see you guys later. Tschüssing.
Ciao.